This news program is proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Now Biscuits.
Prime Minister addresses special economic zones. Media conduct report released. And policy to track fake accounts. A very good evening. This is National EMTV News. I'm Jaylee Sapies. Thank you for joining us. Morobe Governor Rainbow Paita has raised concerns during a recent parliament sitting over the process of recruiting military officers, calling for greater transparency and accountability.
Minister Paita questioned whether proper procedures are being followed, warning that any irregularities could compromise the integrity of the force.
So what was the process? You may deploy, accept him, or new intake, or come inside. Number one, was it an online process? Was it a manual process? If it was an online process, who was in charge of the online process? Because there claims to be discrepancies in the way and a disproportionate number of individuals are claimed to be in one particular or two particular regions, which is very dangerous for national security and long-term stability.
Paita stressed that recruitment must be based on merit, discipline and national interest rather than favoritism or political influence.
Criteria you may use him, plenty of people clear some criteria. All young months ago, all young man don't know at Kela, na papa, na married. Also come up a defense officer and go inside. But you play video you may look him, Mr. Minister, truly you chair. Plenty papa go inside now. All married penis. Now all reverse him birth certificate. Somehow all reverse him now come up go inside. So how did that happen? How did that happen? And can you assure this House, if that has happened, are we going to stop the process to review? Or by Milarimem go through?
He added that a strong and professional military is vital for national security and stability.
You make all partner stuff. Kind of you may sign him agreement on them Australia penis. Now you may sign him on them US defense penis. Now at some instance, I think this House generally agreed that, and the former police minister, who was the works minister, agreed that recruitment for CIS, police and the defense would be outsourced to development partners so that Prime Minister, Minister of Law, Police, Minogan Putimogara, Finsaf and Gunselo Police.
Nicole Rama, National EMTV News.
Responding to concerns raised in Parliament, Defence Minister Billy Joseph has defended the recruitment process for military officers, stating that all procedures were conducted in line with established policies and national security requirements.
Minister Dr. Billy Joseph emphasized that transparency and merit-based selection remains central to the process, ensuring only qualified candidates are enlisted.
So the first process that was employed is an online recruitment process in which an independent HR firm was engaged to do this thing. So that whole process is removed from myself as minister, or the secretary, or the CDF, or even the Defense Council, or anybody for that matter.
Minister Joseph added that any concerns will be reviewed accordingly to maintain public trust.
And then the criteria comes in which you look at the age criteria, height criteria, and all that different criteria that are being employed. And once that online selection happened, that list has been put out in the media, in social media, and it was a transparent process.
He welcomed scrutiny, saying it strengthens accountability while safeguarding the integrity and professionalism of Papua New Guinea Defence Force recruitment system.
Once that has happened, the shortlisted group were interviewed physically, and then they went through a series of tests, including psych tests, medical tests, etc., until the final list of I think 300 was made, and they were sent to Golden River Training Depot.
Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Hundreds of people from the Kujip local level government areas of Kisu and Daimanga in Jiwaka province gathered yesterday to witness the opening of 2 new teachers' houses.
The school said teacher Warden Kilaki said the 4 houses cost 200,000 kina, funded through students' project fees, with an additional 50,000 kina TFF funding from the Jiwaka provincial government. Kilaki said the 166 structure has added more pressure and burden on institutions to meet standard requirements and criteria, but he acknowledged the students' timely payment of the project fees that enabled the completion of the teachers' houses.
Awesome legal school were plenty strong all community some you put them input coming along school me thank you.
Chairman of the boarding council Tony Kopun said teachers' welfare is of utmost importance, adding that once teachers are settled in proper housing, they will be able to educate the children well.
Teaching and learning. So when teachers are housed properly, they will impart proper knowledge to the Sumatra.
Jiwaka Provincial Education Manager Andrew Cook commended the school board and administration for driving impactful projects and infrastructure development for this school. He said education is a shared responsibility and expressed his appreciation for all stakeholders working together to support student learning.
Government may assist of 50,000. Where did the rest of the money come from? That is from prudent management. You are a visionary leader.
He asked the communities to take ownership of the facilities and look after the teachers well. Cromwell Junior High School is a level 8 school established in 2022 and is now in its 4th year of operation with 12 teachers and 543 students. Lauren Jimal, National EMTV News.
During the opening of the new buildings for the St. Peter Torot Daycare Center and the cooking labs for Caritas Technical Secondary School, Acting Principal Grace Ani said these facilities will enhance student skills and learning.
Ms. Ani said the facilities will strengthen skills developed in the classroom, particularly hands-on learning for both students and teachers.
Teaching very easier, where we bring our students into the labs where they have hands-on practical activities, so they are well versed with the demands, especially with career pathways.
She highlighted that with quality teaching supported by both theoretical content and practicals offered at the school, students from both the college and technical secondary levels can overcome challenges experienced outside the school. She acknowledged the Caritas Sisters of Jesus for the support throughout the operation of the school in Papua New Guinea.
And I'm basically talking about the career pathway that they continue to venture or further their studies in, and that is to do with tourism, hospitality management.
Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
Following concerns raised by the public about fake accounts spreading malicious content online, Chief Executive Officer of NICTA, Polume Lume, clarified that this is a major area the department is currently working on in terms of policy development.
Mr. Lume emphasized that anyone can create a social media account using a fake ID. He said NICTA is now reviewing SIM card registration as well as digital ID systems.
As well as the digital ID, we are now consolidating that out. So the idea is that we want to, as much as possible, create a regulatory framework that is proper and can be able to sort of, track those, at least have a framework or have a regulatory setup, in that way that it allows for proper ID process.
He said there is currently no proper system in place to identify fake accounts or track the users behind them. Mr. Lume highlighted that social media services are provided by third parties through mobile phone networks or internet service providers.
And more services were more line outside. For example, Facebook, Google, they supply those content to us. And then our service providers, they basically, supplying those services, but this is not ours. This is an over-the-top services. So when you look at it, it goes back to cross-border. So all kind of understanding you make through MOU or we can be able to have that. So those that have that mandate in that space, police. So you can go through, they can use that transnational, crime arrangement between us and our partners overseas, so we can be able to prosecute. In terms of,
he emphasized that collaboration with law enforcement to formalize solutions to combat cybercrime is critical. He added that the department is working on a policy to monitor AI-generated images. Nicole Rema, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Chicken kebab saja nak? Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, one cube at a time.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Why? Maganda pa si Arya!
Auntie, pangkagoksim.
Fit Loran.
You passed it.
Spots. It's in me.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Morning Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Sport is one thing that can give kids direction and keep us out of troubles.
Sport is more than just a game. It's passion, it's pride, it's community. Every week we bring you highlights, the heat and the heart of the game.
Very special representing our country.
Big plays, big personalities and big moments. If it's making headlines and it's making history, it's on Sports Scene. Thursdays at 7 p.m. on your number one to watch, EMTV.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. Prime Minister James Marape has reaffirmed the government's commitment to developing special economic zones as a key driver of economic growth.
Prime Minister said special economic zones will create employment opportunities, attract foreign investment, and promote downstream processing of Papua New Guinea's natural resources.
Since 2019, when we arrived as government, our principal interest was to grow the economy to a 200 billion kina economy at the earliest. On record, and I say thank you to all faithful Papuan businesses in our country. This SEZ policy is not to displace them, rather to assist them grow, empower them, and work with them. The economy, existing PNG businesses lived under 2018 was a 79 billion kina economy. The economy is like size of the garden, in simple layman's terms. If the garden is big, then the father and mother picks from a bigger, well-resourced garden to feed the family at each meal.
The Prime Minister emphasized the importance of proper planning, transparency and partnership with provincial governments and landowners to ensure long-term benefits.
Today, as I speak, with SEZ not fully developed, but as part of the stimulant to attract investments, the economy has been growing from a 79 billion kina economy in 2019. Today, we're straddling past 130 billion kina economy. But much more work remains, and I do acknowledge the member for Medang's reference to PMI jet in Medang that is right now straddling or lying in idle. That's a case in point to remind us that if we do things, we must do things properly. And so that's a good reminder. But I want to ask him respectfully, let's not kill an intention that means well for PNG businesses as well as new foreign direct investments in our country.
Nicole Rema, National MTV News.
The Angangula Development Forum hosted a corporate fundraising dinner yesterday to support the people of Angula in the lower Mendi LLG of Southern Highlands Province.
ADF, founded by educated elites of 7 council wards of Angangula in the lower Mendi LLG of Southern Highlands Province, is committed to empowering people to achieve self-sustainable livelihoods. This forum provides the platform for ward members to perform their mandated roles under the Provincial and Local Level Government Act, ensuring they lead programs that directly improve lives.
We do the NID for this person. Get your bank account open. We have the SME and start going to the gardens. We are going to find a market for you. So I want to appeal to all of you, when that happens, please buy the food and we're going to clean it mostly. Because you are giving the food back, sorry, not the food. You are giving the money back to these people. The roads are going to open up, so we have to prepare for this. Bringing in fresh organic vegetables here and sell it to the population of the city so that we can put money back to our people.
Dr. Paki Molumi acknowledged the business houses, organizations and individuals for taking part in the fundraising and noted that the money raised in the fundraising will go back to the people of Angula.
And I pledge 5,000. Thank you.
So Molumi pledged 20,000 kina to the schools to fund for new science labs in the Angula LLG. The fundraising concluded with cultural art pieces out on auction. Nicole Rema, National MTV News.
The Permanent Parliamentary Committee has presented the report of the nationwide parliamentary inquiry into journalism standards and integrity in PNG, following concerns over the rise of misinformation, disinformation, unethical reporting, and online harms.
The nationwide consultation, launched in mid-2025, have revealed widespread concerns about accuracy, editorial independence, and ethical enforcement.
The inquiry identified a number of interconnected challenges affecting both journalism and the wider information environment in Papua New Guinea. These include declining professional standards in some areas of journalism, limited training opportunities for journalists, intimidation and safety risks faced by journalists, and weak protections for independent reporting. The inquiry also highlighted.
The report also revealed growing influence of social media that threatens the credibility of information to the public. The report concluded that, without reform, these problems could erode democracy by weakening the public's access to reliable information.
The inquiry also highlighted the growing influence of social media and as a primary source of information where misinformation, disinformation, cyberbullying, and sensational content can spread rapidly. Stakeholders are also raised concerns about the exposure of children and young people to harmful online content, the weakening capacity of public broadcasting services in some provinces, and gaps in regulatory frameworks needed to respond effectively to digital era challenges.
The committee now calls for stronger regulatory frameworks to strengthen media freedom, journalist welfare, and public trust.
Mr. Deputy Speaker, in response to these findings, the committee has developed a comprehensive reform agenda comprising 40 recommendations across legislative reform, institutionalizing, strengthening journalism, education, training, professional standards, and measures to strengthen public trust in the information environment.
Isabella Narpal, National EMTV News.
Madam Governor Ramsey Pariwa delivered funding support to boost rural education services at Sablem Junior Primary School in Raikos District.
A recently established St. Paul's Sablem Junior Primary School in Ward 10 of Saida, LLG Raikos District has received 20,000 kina. The funding was presented by Madam Governor Ramsey Pariwa during his first visit to the Sablem community. Governor Pariwa commended parents and school board for building classroom using local materials to support children's education. The school was established in 2023 after years of struggle, with children previously traveling long distances to access education. Governor Pariwa said support fulfills a commitment made in 2024 to improve school infrastructure. He emphasized that education is key to development in Medan province, especially in remote districts like Raikos.
Thank you. God bless you.
Church leaders say more schools are being planned, including a proposed secondary school at Gumbi. They also called for stronger partnerships between the church and the government to improve the education services in the district. Joel Mipari, National EMTV News.
National EMTV News continues after the break. Stay with us.
Competition 2026 with monthly prizes of GFI products, student project fees, and a major prize of 25,000 kina building project funding. You can make a difference. Here's how you can enter. Just buy any 1 kg medium grain or softened seed scout rice and give your child a drop into the entry box provided in selected schools to win. Terms and conditions apply. Scout rise. Emba, you like it.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 Kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 Kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Ready for the world, so is your TISA Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new TISA Visa card.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
I'm Martha. Join me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Goodman Fielder International Sky Time. The cooking show where we inspire you to create simple and delicious meals using ingredients available near you. Plus, we have talented chefs and cooks joining us throughout the year, sharing their own delicious creations. Remember, that's every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
You're watching National MTV News. Now moving to overseas news, residents in the Northern Territory's top end are being told to prepare for Tropical Cyclone Narelle as the system moves through the Gulf of Carpentaria. Narelle was downgraded to a Category 2 overnight after it battled its way through Queensland's Cape York Peninsula.
Forecasters say the system could re-intensify and communities along the NT's eastern coast are being urged to prepare for damaging winds, heavy rain and possible flooding. The Bureau of Meteorology says some rivers have already risen as much as 10 metres in the space of just a few hours.
So we did see it making landfall as a Category 4 system around Cohen at yesterday morning. It did bring very heavy rainfall, damaging to destructive winds, as well as very rapid river rises and storm surges right along the coast. So in terms of rainfall, since 9 a.m. on Friday, we've seen around 400 millimetres across the Weipa area. And at Weipa itself, we have seen between 200 to 300 millimetres, which is quite incredible over a very short period of time. And we have also seen very high rainfall totals about the northern tropical coast, including from about Daintree down towards Cairns and even further south. With that rainfall, we have seen very rapid river rises. So some of the rivers across far north parts of Cape York Peninsula rose about 10 metres in the space of just a few hours. So still very dangerous conditions across that part of the coastline. And we also have seen very large storm surges and very high tides, including around the Weipa area. But thankfully this morning, wind and rain is now starting to ease across Queensland as the focus shifts towards the Northern Territory.
U.S. President Donald Trump is reportedly deploying thousands more troops to the Middle East as the United States seeks to fortify its presence in the region and the war with Iran as it enters its fourth week.
According to Reuters, the US is preparing to send 3 more warships and thousands more military personnel as the war continues to wreak havoc on the world economy. The US is reportedly considering plans to occupy or blockade Iran's strategically vital Kharg Island to pressure Tehran into reopening the Strait of Hormuz. Meanwhile, the head of the International Energy Agency claims the current energy crisis is the worst in history. The IEA chief has warned it could take up to 6 months to restore oil and gas flows from the Gulf and has called on world leaders to do what they can to reduce demand. America's editor John Lyons has more from Washington.
As the world's energy crisis deepens, the United States is preparing to escalate the US-Israel war against Iran. Reuters news agency reports that the US military is deploying thousands of additional Marines and sailors to the Middle East, led by the amphibious assault ship, the USS Boxer. This follows another additional deployment last weekend. Military analysts here in the US say there are 3 possible reasons for these deployments. The first being in preparation to send ground troops led by special forces to locate and seize any hidden enriched uranium in Iran. The other 2 possible reasons are to seize the strategic energy facility, Kharg Island, or to assist with taking control of the Strait of Hormuz from Iran. It comes at a time when President Donald Trump has branded his NATO allies cowards. In a Truth Social posting, he said, "Without the USA, NATO is a paper tiger. They didn't want to join the fight to stop a nuclear-powered Iran. Now that fight is militarily won," he says, "with very little danger for them. They complain about the high oil prices they are forced to pay, but don't want to help open the Strait of Hormuz, a simple military manoeuvre that is the single reason for the high oil prices. So easy for them to do, with so little risk. Cowards." And we will remember. The longer this war goes on, the more it will impact people all around the world. The International Energy Agency says that this war has caused the gravest energy shock of all time, adding that it could take 6 months or longer to fully restore oil and gas flows.
Iran's supreme leader has released another statement marking the Persian New Year and accusing Israel of attacking some neighboring countries in an attempt to frame the Islamic regime.
It's the second message from Mojtaba Khamenei since he was elevated to the role of supreme leader, succeeding his father, Ali Khamenei, who was killed in the early hours of Israeli and US strikes on Iran 3 weeks ago. He praised the Iranian population for standing against Israel and the United States, saying Iran's military had dealt them a dizzying blow. He called for greater ties with neighbouring countries and said attacks which had hit Turkey and Oman weren't from Iran, instead blaming Israel for the strikes. And for a second time, Mojtaba Khamenei hasn't actually appeared on camera to deliver his message, doing little to allay speculation he's been injured, perhaps seriously, in US and Israeli strikes. Iranian state media also published video it says showed missiles being launched at Israel as the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps insisted its stockpiles of weapons were not in trouble, despite Israel and the United States repeatedly attacking what they claimed were missile launches and factories. Part of Jerusalem's Old City was hit by an Iranian missile on Friday afternoon, an area home to holy sites for people of the Jewish, Muslim and Christian faiths, while a house was damaged south of Tel Aviv, one of a few other sites hit, which left some people injured. And Ukraine has said it is sending more crews to the Middle East to help countries deal with the threat of Iranian drones, given its unique experience in repelling those attacks during its war with Russia. Iran has continued to attack the Gulf states, including hitting an oil refinery in Kuwait after major attacks on Qatar and on Saudi Arabia. To Israel's north, more tanks continued to be sent towards the Lebanon border as the Iranian-backed Hezbollah fired more rockets at Israel. Israeli attacks against claimed Hezbollah targets across southern Lebanon and the capital Beirut have killed more than 1,000 people, according to Lebanon's health ministry. More than 100 of them are children. The United Nations says 1 million Lebanese are now displaced within their own country as a result of this conflict.
Norway's crown princess claims she was manipulated and deceived by Jeffrey Epstein in her first public comments since it emerged. She sent hundreds of emails to the convicted sex offender.
The Epstein files have had a seismic impact here in the UK and across Europe, particularly in Norway, where the Crown Princess has just spoken publicly for the first time about the extent of her relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. After the release of files in December and January showed that Crown Princess Mette-Marit had sent hundreds of emails to the pedophile between 2011 and 2014 and even stayed at his Palm Beach house long after he'd been convicted of child sex offences. It's been a huge embarrassment for the Norwegian royal family, and now in a much anticipated interview with Norway's public broadcaster, the royal has claimed she was manipulated by Epstein and wishes she had never met him, but had no idea he was a sex offender.
Everyone I met who was in Epstein's company was consistently a mature adult. I never saw anything illegal.
The princess sat next to her husband, Norway's future king, during the interview and continued to deny any knowledge of Epstein's crimes, even after the interviewer put to her that she had emailed Epstein saying she'd Googled him.
You wrote that something didn't look right. What could that have been?
No, I don't know. I can't remember. It's been 15 years. It's hard to tell.
The interview was recorded on the final day of her son Marius Borg Holby's rape trial. A verdict isn't due until June, but it's understood she waited for that to end before speaking publicly. Now, it's important to say the Crown Princess is not accused of any criminal wrongdoing, but this series of scandals is raising questions over whether Mette-Marit can ever be Norway's queen.
National EMTV News continues after the break with Trukai Sports. Stay with us.
They're gold nuggets. There's a flavor for everyone. The best tasting snack. Get a burst of gold nuggets. Cheese flavor.
Mega wow.
Chicken flavor.
Mega wow.
Cheese onion flavor.
Mega wow.
Barbecue flavor. Mega wow.
When you're on the go, one more. One more.
Get that burst of gold nuggets flavor.
Mega wow.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Ah, yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hoy, bakit ba pa si Arya?
Auntie, come go chill. David Loran. Looking you past it. Spots, it's in me.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner. supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
Foreign policy, it helps guide how a country plays abroad.
Monday night on In Focus, we are joined by PNG International Relations expert and author Lahui Ako. We also speak to Minister for Foreign Affairs Justin Chechenko about the recently launched Foreign Policy White Paper.
This policy is a strategic partnership.
That's on Monday night.
Trukai Sports.
Welcome to Trukai Sports. Day 3 of the Baroko Motors Isuzu T20 Smash continued at Amini Park with a strong turnout and players from outside centers adding excitement.
Day 3 of the Baroko Motors Isuzu T20 Smash unfolded at Amini Park with fans standing up in numbers. With the annual T20 Smash, players from outside centers have also come on board to participate in the competition. Speaking to Trukai Sports was Samson Taripia, batsman for Black Base who travelled from Lae. He says players were scouted through Cricket PNG's online selection process, allowing many to take part.
So 6 of us were selected to come and play. The 6 of us, it's me, Samson, Richard, Kwara, Sigo Kelly, George Terry, Velena Matore, and Majela Surum. Yeah. Yes, for the selection, they done the selection to the Cricket PNG online scoring.
He added that the exposure is important for development and competition.
Adaplo, Tefena, so play. But for me, it's my third time coming here, participating in the Isuzu Smash. I think for me and Sigo Kelly and Richard, but for George Terry, Majela Surum and Velena Matore, that's their first time coming to play, but we hope can do, yeah.
He thanks Cricket PNG and Baroko Motors for the opportunity given.
Most of the times I come. Now one of our mother is here supporting us, but yes, Lord. To thank you again, go back and Lord. Cricket PNG and Isuzu, Baroko Motors for.
Day 3 matches continued with teams aiming to maintain momentum in the tournament. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
The Desert Storm promotions are in process of intense training in preparation for the upcoming Kickboxing 8-man tournament next week Saturday at the Sir John Guy Stadium.
President for Desert Storm Promotion gave an update on their calendar schedule outlining the upcoming tournaments. He says their focus now lies on the upcoming 8-man tournament, which will be run by the PNG Kickboxing Federation President, Stanley Nandex.
We have in our calendar, we have 3 most important coming up, 3 most important events, which we are looking at next week Saturday, which is 8-man tournament. That's going to be run and photoshopped by PNG Kickboxing President Stanley Nandex. And Desert Storm also got an event that's coming up on 25th April. So now you can see we are preparing most of the fighters.
He explained the divisions and the process of their training sessions in preparation for the upcoming tournaments and opportunities.
Fighters, we don't look at the age, we look mostly on the categories, the cages. So we are trying to put the fighters in the categories which the next week Saturday event is 10,000 grand, 10 grand on the line for fighters to fight in different divisions. That's 60 kg, 65, 70, and 75. So we're looking at different kgs to fight for the 10 grand. It's an 8-man tournament, meaning the 8 men gonna fight, 4 winners, and 2 gonna go for a grand final.
He highlighted that they have been training very hard for the upcoming tournaments and stressed on the role of discipline in the sport.
We push that limit. That's the brain. When your brain develops, discipline always falls in. Discipline starts with how you train your brain to be you. That's why martial arts, mostly we look at discipline to train the brain.
The Desert Storm promotion is expecting a good win on Saturday for the tournament as fighter Jude Denny reaffirmed their stance.
I'm impressed to attend the game next week, Saturday. I really trained hard. I put all my commitment, efforts in my training, and also my coach gave me some hint of skills.
Isabella Narpal, Trukai Sports.
Trukai Sports continues after the break. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports.
Chicken kebab for dinner. Yum.
Beef stir fry.
Chicken curry, my favorite.
Kebabs for you.
Yum.
Stir fry for you. And chicken curry for us.
Magic in every meal, 1 cube at a time.
Boy, semakin tapas ya Arya.
Auntie, come to cook him. David Loran. Anything you passed it. Spots, it's in me.
Ready for the world, so is your Visa Visa card. Visa keeps you moving wherever you go, Papua New Guinea or abroad. Seamlessly pay for travel, dining, online shopping. Easily access your funds and instantly track your expenses. Every tap comes with security, trust, and peace of mind. Unlock the world of possibilities. And it all starts with the new Visa Visa card.
You get big data and big value with Telecom Good Pillar mobile data plans. From only 3 kina, you get 1 gig for 24 hours. And for only 150 kina, you get 130 gigs over a whopping 30 days. And with loads of Good Pillar data plans to choose from, there's a small, medium or large plan to match your budget. Dial *777# to subscribe. Telecom, connecting you anywhere, anytime.
Hey there, I'm Martha. Join me every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. for Goodman Fielder International Sky Time. The cooking show where we inspire you to create simple and delicious meals using ingredients available near you. Plus, we have talented chefs and cooks joining us throughout the year, sharing their own delicious creations. Remember, that's every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. right here on your number one to watch, EMTV.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
You're watching Trukai Sports. The Desert Storm promotion is breeding and maintaining the legacy of martial arts in Papua New Guinea through developing talent in the martial arts industry.
The Desert Storm promotion, established in 2024, aims to continue carry on the legacy of martial arts in Papua New Guinea. The association featured and trained inclusive of men and women youths from all three electorates of National Capital District.
What we have spent on years to represent this country and fighting off on board, that's what we are trying to give it back to the community for establish a new champion to come up.
The president, Nelson Sampson, highlighted their commitment in helping build talents from communities. He says it is important to build talent to represent PNG on global stage.
Desert Storm established back in 2024 under Lee Garap, former Muay Thai champion, and we established this. We continue carrying the legacy of Lee Garap now. So continue on the martial arts, and Chief himself, Stanley Nandex.
He outlined the challenges and emphasized that the sport needs more recognition into expanding its brands and appeal for support.
So you look at the individual sports, mostly the government need to look at the individual sports. We need to branch out to the settlement, creating clubs in settlements to run a kickboxing, boxing, anything like clinic. But only funding is the issue. So that's the main issue that we are facing right now under all of the martial arts club.
Isabella Narpal, Trukai Sports.
The Port Moresby Corporate Volleyball Competition continues this weekend with round 4 matches expected to deliver strong performances and increased team participation.
The Port Moresby Corporate Volleyball Competition will stage its round 4 matches of Season 7 this Sunday. Games will be held at the Tauroma Aquatic Centre indoor and outdoor courts, with teams preparing for another competitive outing. Treasurer Catherine Howder says teams have maintained strong performances throughout the competition so far. She says turnout in previous rounds has been encouraging, with players showing commitment and teamwork on the courts. Howder adds that the cooperation between teams and organizers has also contributed to the smooth running of the competition. She expects bigger turnout this weekend, with more teams eager to participate and compete. Organizers are confident that fans will witness exciting and competitive volleyball actions across all matches. With the season progressing, teams are now focused on improving their standings and building momentum. Round 4 is expected to further highlight the growing interest and development of corporate volleyball in Port Moresby. Joel Mipari, Trukai Sports.
That ends Trukai Sports. The Money Plus weather report is next. Stay with us.
Trukai Sports. Trukai Sports.
Hello, everyone.
Is everything all right?
Oh. Yes. Everything's all right. All right with Roots.
Make it right with Roots.
Why? Makin papa si Arya.
Auntie, bangka goksim. David Loran. You think you passed it? Sparks, it's in me.
The IPI Group is PNG's most innovative, dynamic and diverse logistics company, totally focused on delivering outstanding service. Our diversified divisions span from major warehousing, bulk fuel and road transport to large-scale commercial catering. The IPI Group of companies will be your partner, supplying tailor-made logistics solutions.
proud to announce that we are now offering tower rental spaces on the tallest tower in NCD and Central Province. Our new 80 meters television broadcasting tower proudly boasts an improved structure durability. It is versatile and suitable for various communications and broadcasting needs. It has a high internal load capacity, supporting multiple antennas and technologies simultaneously. This is your opportunity to optimize your transmission signal for wider coverage and extended reach. For co-location information, call 7723-3484 or email engineering@mtv.com.pg. MTV, your number one to watch.
Remember the joy of playing with your toys as a child? At Money Plus, we believe that every small business deserves a chance to build and grow. That's why we offer asset financing.
With Money Plus, we're ready to go.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
The Money Plus weather report for the next 24 hours. In the southern region, Port Moresby City partly cloudy with few showers, Daru partly cloudy with possible few showers, Kerema partly cloudy, Alotau cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms, and Popondetta cloudy with some rain showers. In the Momase region, Lae City partly cloudy with few showers and possible thunderstorms, Medang cloudy with few rain showers, Wewak cloudy periods with some rain showers at times, and Vanimo cloudy periods with some rain showers at times. In the New Guinea Islands region, Lorengau partly cloudy with few evening showers, Kavieng partly cloudy with few showers, Kokoporabal cloudy with some rain showers and possible thunderstorms, Kimbe cloudy with rain showers and possible thunderstorms, and in Buka mostly cloudy with few showers. In the Highlands region, Mount Hagen City partly cloudy with few evening showers, Goroka Buns and Kundiawa partly cloudy with possible few rain showers, and in Mendi, Tari and Wabeg partly cloudy with possible few rain showers.
The weather update was proudly brought to you by Money Plus, with you always.
And that wraps up the news, sports and weather for Saturday, the 21st of March, 2026. From all of us here, pleasant viewing. Good night.
This news program was proudly brought to you by Smart Start Breakfast Biscuits and Gold Nuggets.
EMTV is proud to announce that we are now